as well that ends well.
Temple on top of a mountain. What certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth.
I know that face. That man... Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Shangra-La are made of
What in the... These movements must be intended to
Enough! Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers...
Soldiers of Heliodor. The tall one, perhaps, but is you... I sense a great power within you.
Incredible.
How long we have waited. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Welcome to Shangra-La, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs. See what he has to...
once again to Shangra-La, honored luminary. As
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you...
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he...
Waiting for him? What do you...
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me. It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation of... Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to... Sadly.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part... What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great.
A noble sacrifice.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you.
It is a shame that the Grand Master cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history. And of the luminary of legend himself. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the first Grand Master, i.e., accepted, but he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone.
Who was this person?
Another of Yi-Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone.
Morkant. I have not heard that.
Now, allow me to show you to the field of discipline. Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, if your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his... Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honourable... The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that...
A legendary achievement.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert the fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one's... Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect
Awake at last, hmm? If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows.
And the hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path.
I see.
Your Holiness.
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us unannounced.
Alone?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, the mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rock. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed it.
Might we be able to...
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here.
A knight of Heliodor does not obey. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only...
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot... We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay.
life was never in doubt. Victory is ours.